Final weeks of the campaign in a last-minute attempt to oust Donald Trump. This barrage of late money, including $22 million from Dustin Moskovitz, figures among one of the most expensive and aggressive plays yet by tech billionaires who have spent years studying how to maximize the return they get from each additional dollar they spend on politics. Moskovitz is placing his single biggest public bet yet on the evidence that television ads that come just before Election Day are the best way to get your big bang for the buck. Now, the super PAC is called Future Forward. They've remained under the radar. They are now spending more than $100 million on television and digital in the final month of the campaign. It's more than any other group. And they're doing it on behalf of the Democrat nominee, Joe Bite Me. But they're doing it outside of the Bite Me campaign. They've been leading a separate, previously unreported $28 million proposed campaign to elect a Democrat to the Senate from Texas. They're doing all kinds of these little things under the radar out there, but it's all aimed at bouncing Trump. Future Forward's size and strategy is now moving more into the public view. It plans to report to the FEC that it raised $66 million in just 45 days between September 1st and October 15th. It is a haul that's powered by Silicon Valley billionaires like Twilio founder Jeff Lawson, Eric Schmidt of Google, and of course this Moskovitz guy, co-founder of Facebook, been one of the most enigmatic Democrat mega donors of the Trump era. Now, up till now, their money's gone down the bottomless pit. They haven't been able to stop Trump. They haven't been able to unseat Trump. And I don't know if this is going to work either. I'm just telling you, this is what Trump is facing on a daily basis. These are the things that Trump is up against every day. Yeah, I think it's a good question. Isn't this meddling in the election? How much did the Russians spend? The Russians only spent $100,000. You remember that? The ads that the Russians spent, which ran after the election, by the way, the Russians that Mueller indicted, they ran their ads after the election, and they ran $100,000 worth, and these guys were indicted for meddling in the American election. So what is this? This is $100 million these wealthy little guys are dropping. Their ads are running in places like Fox and Friends. My point is, folks, that there are forces arrayed against Trump that you don't even see. There are forces arrayed against him that you do see. But if there's anybody that has earned your support and your loyalty because he's out doing what he's doing for you and your family and for this country, it's Donald Trump. I don't think that he gets enough appreciation. And I understand why. He's a controversial figure. He says things and does things that a lot of people wish he would say and do differently. And people get lost. They get caught up in all of that irrelevant minutia instead of focusing on the achievements, the accomplishments, the objectives, the future agenda. This election really is about what kind of country this is going to be. And I know we probably make people, what's the word? We might say this so often that people just become immune to hearing it. Oh, there they go again. Most important election in history of the country. Yeah. We've been hearing this earlier. Yeah. Well, this really is, and it's. I think it's been true of the previous ones as well. We wouldn't be anywhere where we are if Obama had not won those two elections, but he did. If Obama hadn't won in 2008 and 2012, we wouldn't be in the dire straits we're in now. All these things do matter at the time. So now we have an election where we have a candidate who believes in the decency and in the goodness of the United States of America, who believes that we are the good guys, that we are the last best hope of Earth. He believes it. And we're running against a candidate who is being propped up and supported by a bunch of people who don't think that at all. They think the exact opposite. But they're not on the campaign trail. They are not putting their names or faces forward. That they don't believe in the decency and the goodness of America. They think America needs to be software rewritten. They think America needs to be shut down and rebooted. America 2.0, because America's problems are irredeemable in their world. Our problems are unfixable. We cannot fix slavery. We cannot fix the injustices done to women. We cannot, even though we have, we can't. America, in their view, is forever and permanently flawed, and therefore the founding documents that put this country together must be abandoned. That would be the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the United States, including the 10 Amendments, the Bill of Rights. Dire circumstances, dire consequences. And that's what Donald Trump is running to protect. Now, all these polls, I've been looking at it. In the swing states, they show this race is narrowing. And if the trends that are happening now, if they continue at the current rate, Trump could end up polling even in 2 weeks, in addition to the other polls that show him near there already. Now, Victor Davis Hanson says that Trump's mission in the final debate on Thursday is to continue to accelerate his momentum, not to take risks, to melt down Joe Biden with verbal fireworks. Not, Mr. Hanson believes it'd be a mistake to try to do anything designed to get Biden to flub up. Leave Biden alone and he will. Just that's the need to pretend that Biden is there, but don't make Biden the focus. Focus on maintaining your momentum if you're President Trump. Because at this stage of the campaign, every 10 days, the campaign starts anew. This is my often made reminder that the events shaping this election haven't yet all happened. Campaign starts anew every 10 days. Trump's rallies are back, for example. He miraculously beat COVID-19 in record time. Judge Barrett proved stellar. Most voters are polling. They are better off than they were 4 years ago. This is a stunning result to me because we've had the pandemic. And including the pandemic, people say they are economically better off today than they were 4 years ago under Barack Obama and Biden, including with the pandemic. They think Trump is going to win. If most voters are saying these things, it's going to be increasingly difficult to believe the disconnect that they are intent on voting against somebody who will win and who will continue to make things better for them. It just doesn't make sense. They're going to vote against a guy that they think is going to win, that they understand has made things better off for them than they were 4 years ago. It doesn't make sense that voters would vote against this guy. Yet that's what the media is asking us to believe. Nobody yet knows how to calibrate the data on early voting, the Republican surge in swing state registrations, and the effect of the nation's biggest campus. I'm telling you what, though, early voting is leaning in the Republicans' favor in a massive way. It's stunning how early voting is trending Republican. It's stunning how in these battleground states, Trump is surging. All the while, Joe Biden is inert. He may as well be laying down in formaldehyde in the basement in Delaware. He's running a virtual campaign out of fear of the virus. He's trying to avoid questions about his son, Hunter Biden, and his intention to pack the court or stop fracking. Trump called him out in it last night, the rally of era. There's the video, countless numbers of times. Biden admitting that he's going to ban fracking. So I think on balance things are looking up. I want to hear what you think. We'll have a brief obscene profit break here. We'll come back and okay, back to the phones as promised. This is Dale in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm glad you called, sir. Hello.
Hi, Rush. Megaditto's 30-year listener, 70-year-old heart surgeon with esophageal cancer, stage 4.